What happens when a simple hug turns into a call to the police? What happens when a father's prejudice drowns out his daughter's truth and nearly destroys an innocent woman's life? This isn't just a story about race. It's a story about assumptions and what it means to listen or not. Have you ever been falsely accused because of how you look? Do you believe racism still hides behind concern and protection? If you care about truth, dignity, and justice, subscribe now to Skin Deep Stories. Because what's beneath the surface is what really matters. Ms. Zaria Langston was 28. Mixed race, her father black, her mother Latina. She taught second grade at Brookwood Elementary in a suburban neighborhood that whispered diversity but never shouted it. She loved teaching. Her students adored her. Especially little Emily Carter, a bubbly 7-year-old with wild curls and bright pink glasses. One rainy afternoon, Emily fell and scraped her knee. She cried. Zaria knelt, gently held her, and wrapped her arms around her in comfort. A parent who happened to pass by saw it and smiled. But someone else saw it differently. That evening, Zaria was at home grading papers when there was a knock at the door. 2 uniformed officers. A warrant. An accusation. You're under investigation for inappropriate contact with a minor. What? Who? Zaria stammered. The complaint had come from Mr. Andrew Carter, Emily's father. A man Zaria had never met but had apparently been watching. They brought her in for questioning. Treated her like a criminal. All over a hug. She was placed on administrative leave. The school launched an internal investigation. Andrew Carter was a respected businessman. White. Wealthy. Influential in the community. He was protective of his daughter, especially after losing his wife to cancer 2 years earlier. When Emily mentioned Miss Zaria hugged me, he twisted the story in his mind. Saw danger where there was only care. He stormed into the principal's office the next morning and demanded action. No one touches my daughter. Especially not people like her. Yes. He said it. Out loud. The school froze. They feared backlash and a lawsuit. Zaria was treated like a threat. Parents whispered. Eyes narrowed. She started to doubt her place in the world. But then, Emily spoke up. She begged her father to stop. She didn't hurt me. She helped me. I was crying. She hugged me. Emily told her counselor everything. That Miss Zaria was kind. That she felt safe with her. That she missed her every day since she left. The counselor recorded her statement. Word reached the district superintendent. Zaria's story, and her silence through it all, was finally being listened to. The complaint was dropped. Zaria was reinstated. But the damage lingered. 1 week after returning to class, Zaria was called to the principal's office. Andrew Carter wanted to speak to her. She hesitated, then agreed. He was waiting there. Cold. But not angry. Embarrassed. I made a mistake, he muttered. I was overprotective. Misinformed. Zaria looked him in the eye. No. You were prejudiced. You didn't ask. You assumed. And you almost ruined my life over your assumption. He said nothing. Then, she handed him a photo. It was a drawing Emily had made. Of herself holding Miss Zaria's hand, smiling. With the words, "Thank you for loving me like mommy used to." Tears welled in his eyes. Months later, Zaria was nominated for State Teacher of the Year. At the awards ceremony, she gave a speech about the danger of hidden racism. About how bias masquerades as protection and how silence is its accomplice. This isn't about me. It's about every child who loses a good role model because someone sees color before character. Guess who was in the audience? Andrew Carter. Invited by Emily, who now called Zaria her school mom. He stood and clapped, the loudest in the room. Afterward, he approached her again. Thank you for not giving up on my daughter. Or on yourself. Zaria nodded. Next time, listen to the child. Not the fear. Sometimes the most dangerous lies aren't the ones we tell, but the ones we believe without ever asking. Zaria didn't fight back with anger. She stood her ground with truth. What would you have done in her shoes? Have you ever been accused unfairly because of race or status? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Skin Deep Stories, where the truth is more than skin deep. And the ending? Always worth watching.